During the Clone Wars, there were many battles between the Republic and Separatists which saw large armies clash. However, there is no battle quite like the Battle of Mygeeto. The Battle of Mygeeto lasted for about 2 years, but depending on the source, being canon or the expanded universe, it was one battle or several. Today's video looks at every Battle of Mygeeto during the Clone Wars and comparing canon versus expanded universe material. With that, let's get into it. In the expanded universe, the Battle of Mygeeto began in late 21 BBY when the Galactic Marines of the 21st Nova Corps provided a diversion for Delta Squad to secure funds from a vault below the surface of the planet. Conflict went on for the next 2 years until Supreme Chancellor Palpatine declared Mygeeto to be part of a triad of evil in a speech which were 3 planets which formed the Separatist bastions. Along with Felucia and Seleucami, Mygeeto was singled out as a prime target whose fall would help end the war. Republic forces were dispatched to the system and invaded Mygeeto. A light Separatist blockade was easily destroyed by the Republic, so soon began the landing of ground forces on the surface. Subsequently, the battle intensified on the planet's surface, which was a major holding of the Intergalactic Banking Clan, which made up a large part of the Separatist forces. 2 major units would participate in the battle, with the majority of them being the Galactic Marines in the 21st Nova Corps. However, the 501st Legion would also see their fair share of combat on the planet. Although the Marines were the main force on the planet to defeat the Separatists, the 501st were also sent in to secure a Separatist power generator and to acquire the ancient Mygeeton crystal powering it. The crystal was an experimental power source that the Chancellor had required for a top-secret tributary laser system project codenamed Hammer Tonk. Although Ki-Adi-Mundi had no idea that this was their real intentions, after the Republic landings, the Galactic Marines began pounding the Mygeeton landscape with torpedo bombardments and fuel fires. The 501st were deployed at the southern section of a small city, where only one good ship could land due to 2 Separatist particle cannon turrets acting as air defense countermeasures. Other Republic gunships would therefore provide aerial support until clone troopers seized a bridge and captured a Separatist forward command outpost, and the outpost would be captured with additional troops being able to land as the air defense systems would be taken out. The 501st, led by General Mundi, pushed the droids' lines across the northern bridge to the building housing the energy collector. Ki-Adi-Mundi disabled shield barricades covering the entrances to the building. However, destroyer droids in the compound proved to be a minor problem, and the energy collector core would be destroyed. After Mundi had been extracted, the 501st retrieved the crystal samples. The troopers fought through a Separatist counter-assault to the southern platform and would be extracted along with the crystals via gunship. As the 501st departed, the battle intensified where the Galactic Marines engaged the Separatists in several major cities on a number of vast bridges which stretched across the Great Chasm, linking several cities and districts. The clones continued to advance across the bridges, and it was here where Ki-Adi-Mundi would fight his last battle once Order 66 was initiated, and the Jedi General would be executed by the clones. In canon, the Mygeeto campaign also lasted from 21 to 19 BBY, but it was divided into 4 separate battles of the planet. Not much is actually known about the first and second battles of Mygeeto, other than the fact that they saw unknown Republic forces fight against the Separatists. Additionally, these battles would occur from 21 to 20 BBY. The third Battle of Mygeeto broke out during the final months of the Clone Wars. Mygeeto had been aligned with the Intergalactic Banking Clan at this time, and they would become quite hostile and host a military presence from the Separatists, with General Grievous and Colonel Colbum Seer overseeing a detachment of the droid army. The Galactic Republic would be quick to respond, but its troops became severely outnumbered, requiring reinforcements from Jedi General Depa Billaba and her battalion of troopers. Upon their arrival on Mygeeto, General Billaba and her child soldier Padawan Caleb Doom led their troopers to purge the Separatist droids from the southern mesas. While they were doing so, a horde of droids trapped both Jedi, Clone Captain Styles, and Clone Trooper Stance on a city platform. Only a timely intervention of Skull Squadron, which was a Mandalorian unit led by Mandalorian Skull leader Fen Rao, would save the 4 of them, which is quite interesting because in canon, the Mandalorian Protectors were fighting with the Republic during the Clone Wars. Republic forces then came under attack by battle droids under the command of Colonel Seer and General Grievous. Stance would be killed by Seer's Electro Sword, and Cere was then confronted by Doom while Balaba would duel Grievous. Balaba was able to cut off one of Grievous's hands before she was slashed by one of his lightsabers. That significantly injured her. Commander Gray and Captain Styles then called reinforcements while they were fighting against the battle droids, and the Republic won the day, and Cere was killed, but Grievous fled. A few months later came the Fourth Battle of Mygeeto, where the Galactic Marines of the 21st Nova Corps engaged the Separatists on Mygeeto as part of the Outer Rim sieges. Like in the expanded universe, members of the 501st would participate in this battle, undertaking a secret mission to seize a huge crystal. However, the details in canon are more unknown. But overall, during the fighting, Mundi led his forces across the Separatist bridge and engaged them in entrenched positions. Prior to the execution of Order 66, Jedi General Jaro Tapal's 13th Iron Battalion was ordered to reinforce Master Mundi's forces on Mygeeto. However, Chancellor Palpatine's order ultimately meant that they never arrived, as the battalion would be killed after a skirmish aboard Tapal's flagship over the planet Braca after the Republic had just secured the planet. Concurrently, the Galactic Marines would execute Order 66 as well, and kill Ki-Adi-Mundi on Mygeeto, and the events of Revenge of the Sith would still play out the same as in the expanded universe. And that is the expanded universe and canon battles of Mygeeto. Which versions did you prefer? Write in the comments, and thank you for watching.